All right, so Jake Paul has come out and he has made a statement on the cancellation of his fight. And he also called into Aiden Ross's stream. I'll play a clip for y'all of that as well. And Kenny Ellis has responded to Jake Paul. And I'm going to react to it all in this video. First, let me read Jake Paul's statement on the cancellation of the fight. He says, Gervonta Davis is an actual walking human piece of garbage. Working with him is an absolute nightmare. The unprofessionalism, the bizarre requests, the showing up hours late to shoots, to the numerous arrests and related accusations and lawsuits. If you support this man, you support the most vile sin a man can commit. I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. I'm so sorry to everyone involved, mostly to the undercard fighters, to my team at MVP, and to my team who worked so hard prepping for this fight, sacrificing time with loved ones and kids just for this fool to lose his unintelligent mind again. It's scary that devilish man like this can rise to the top of culture and sports, including in positions of power. I hope you people moving forward look beyond his fake streetwear pieces of swag and search for something deeper to be a fan of. As for me, it's on to the next one as always, anyone, anytime, any place. Now, Jake Paul also said this on Aiden Ross's live stream. Let me play it for you.
And beat up a girl, dragged her through the parking lot, and punched her in the face. And it's like, bro.
Okay.
Like,
wait, but how do you know that happened?
It's a lawsuit. Miami-Dade is coming. There's video, like, everything, bro. He did this shit in public. Like, you have to understand, this guy was sober, driving to Tootsie's, and it's just like, I'm gonna beat this girl up. Like, he wasn't even drunk. Still on video, and he ruins his own life, his own sport. He sets a bad example for people. Like, I don't know.
Gervonta Davis coach Kenny Ellis responded to all of this, and he pointed out the fact that Jake Paul has faced similar allegations. That Jake Paul has been accused of sexual assault multiple times, and he played it on his Instagram story. And he also showed Jake Paul crying because people were coming at him for false allegations, and he had a bunch of lawsuits against him. And he was proclaiming his innocence on camera. And then he went on to say that he pulled out the fight because he was scared, and showed the numerous times that Jake Paul said he was just scared of Tank Davis. He never been this scared, so forth and so on. So now that we have the full picture of what both sides are saying, I want to react to it for y'all. So please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share the video, turn on your notifications. I'm live Monday, Wednesday, Thursday night at 7:30 p.m. Central Time. And I ask that you join the channel as a member. Drop super chats when you come by the live streams that we do. And if you want to debate, the email address is knockoutboxing86@yahoo.com is the email address. Also, I would like to say that you got to hit that hype button, man. Scroll over where you drop a comment. Hit that hype button. It's totally free for you as a viewer of the channel, and it helps the channel on the algorithm. It allows us to grow the reach of the channel, the visibility of the channel for people looking for boxing talk content. So please do that for your boy KO. But let's get to the video. Now that we have all the information gathered for you guys, let your boy KO break it down and give y'all my thoughts on it. For Tank Davis, I'm still in the same place that I was at. I'm always team vehemently. Like, I understand people have lawyers. Right, let me start by saying this. I understand your legal team. You pay them to give you advice. You pay them to handle shit like this for you. And in most circumstances, as somebody that has had to hire lawyers before, they tell you, shut up and let me do my job. You talking can only make things worse. Lawyers don't want you to say shit publicly, and they don't want you to testify. If they feel like they can keep you off the stand, and they feel like they can win it. They don't want you testifying in open court, and they don't want you to speak publicly. I totally understand that. However, when you're a public figure like Gervonta Tank Davis, and these allegations are levied at your feet, it would do wonders. It would do wonders if you go out and you proclaim your innocence. Not just because people are going to believe you, but to give validity to the whole situation when they don't bring charges, if that were to happen. To bring validity to your situation if the lawsuit gets thrown out, right? Because if the lawsuit gets thrown out and you quiet the whole time, what are people going to say? And they're probably going to say it anyway. I'm just giving y'all my opinion. People going to be, oh, he paid her off under the table. He paid her to go away. The Miami Police Department, they got paid off too. He really did this shit. People ain't going to care. But at least if you have yourself on the record saying, hey, man, I ain't do this shit, and it gets thrown out. Hey, man, I ain't do this shit, and they never bring charges. It's just better optics, in my opinion. You got to play the optics game, right? And to me, I'm sure his lawyers didn't like the fact of what he said about Victor Conte. And I'm of the mindset, if you can come out and you can practically mock the dead like he did yesterday, bro, then you can come out and you can proclaim your innocence. I'm not trying to hear that, oh, he need to be quiet shit. Well, then be all the way quiet. Why would you say some dumb shit like that the day the man died, right? So that's the Tank Davis side of it. What I do like about what Kenny Ellis said, though, is he did expose the fact that this ain't about ethics with Jake Paul. This ain't about morals with Jake Paul, bro. You've been in this situation. You had multiple women with multiple lawsuits filed against you claiming that you sexually raped them, bro. Crying on camera and shit, as Kenny Ellis pointed out on his Instagram story. And then you got all this smoke for Tank because he's facing allegations, but you done faced multiple allegations your damn self. Multiple. Right? And so it's like the pot calling the kettle black. I totally agree with Kenny Ellis on that. Another thing that I want to point out, this is not about Tank Davis's accusations, bro, or his past, or Jake Paul. Let me rephrase that. It's not about Jake Paul thinking he's vile, thinking that he's not good for the sport, thinking that he's such a reprehensible person and that's why he's not going to do business with him. I hope the ladies that signed the MVP promotion, I hope the ladies that's watching this video, I hope y'all understand this one key fact. Tank Davis dragging that girl in the basketball game is public knowledge. Tank Davis having that hit and run incident in 2020 and going to jail for it and being on probation for it right now to this day, that's public knowledge. Tank Davis BM accusing him of DV back in 2022, that's public knowledge. Tank Davis being accused and being arrested for DV here in 2025 in July, that's public knowledge. Yet and still, with all this public knowledge out there, Jake Paul signed to fight him anyway. He was building and promoting the fight anyway. So miss me with the holier than thou, oh, I'm championing women, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. If that's the case, he wouldn't even be an option for you. You would have never even considered fighting him. I can't stand slimy, snaky, lying-ass dudes, bro. Or women, if you can't tell. If it's really about championing women, right? If it's really about showing that you don't have no tolerance for this type of behavior and the people that have this type of behavior are the lowest possible form of man, if it's really like that for MVP, if it's really like that for Netflix, why the fuck did Jake Paul fight Mike Tyson? So I really need the people watching this video to understand it's not about that. It's about the timing of this shit. It's about the optics of this shit right now. That's what it's about. It's about nothing more, nothing less. So miss me with that long drawn out paragraph about how you so above this and you got to separate yourself from this and oh my God, it's so bad. Stop that shit, bro. Number one, you've been accused of shit your damn self. Number two, you ain't had no problem signing to fight the young man, knowing that he had all this shit hanging over his head as early, as soon as like 2 or 3 months ago in July. You had no problem with that shit. You had no problem fighting Mike Tyson, so I'm not trying to hear none of that shit, bro. Miss me with the Jake Paul got integrity shit. For real, bro. Right? So, there's that. Then there's this other lie that I want to talk about. A lot of people saying Jake Paul saw the tape. Two things I want to tell y'all. Number one, Jake Paul never said that. If you go back and you listen to what he said to Aiden Ross, he said, Aiden Ross asked him, how do you know he did this though? He said, there's a lawsuit, there's video. Well, as far as there being a lawsuit, you had lawsuits against you, as I pointed out earlier in this video. Does that mean you did it? You had multiple civil suits against you for similar accusations, assaulting a woman. In a completely different way, but assaulting women. So let me ask you something. Because you had a lawsuit against you, Jake Paul, does that mean you did it too? Well, multiple people said the shit about Tank. Well, multiple people said the shit about Jake too. Does that mean it's true, Jake? So that's a bullshit answer. Then he said there's video. He said there's a lawsuit, there's video. He punched this girl. He was sober when he did it. He was this, he was that. So my question is, there's a video and you know he was sober. There's video and you know he was sober. That means you got his blood alcohol test. When did he get tested for blood alcohol though? How you know he was sober? Police haven't arrested him. They didn't come to the scene of any of this shit. So how you know his alcohol level and that he was sober or anything like that? How you know that shit? Number one. Number two, you want me to believe as a logical, analytical person that knows how the system works, having been in the system in my past, you want me to believe, bro, that Jake Paul saw all this shit happen. He saw Tank Davis drag this woman. He saw Tank Davis punch this woman, punching her ass. Bow, bow. Saw him punching her, putting in work on her ass. He saw the video of it. And the police ain't arrested this young man yet? He's still walking around freely? If that video is out there and Jake Paul saw it, wouldn't that mean that the police have saw it too? You telling me that Jake Paul got access to a video that the police don't have access to? So he can see the video to cancel the fight before they see the video to charge this man to get his ass off the streets? That's why he chose his words very carefully. He's just going off that lawsuit, bro. There's a lawsuit, there's a video, because her lawyer said there's a video. Here's what I know. I don't know if there is or isn't a video. All I know is I've seen people get arrested for a lot less. I've seen warrants get issued for a lot less. And the police come picking people up, especially somebody as high profile as Tank Davis. It is, bro, it is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. It is a week. It is a week later, bro, since she went and filed that police report. They still ain't charged him yet. You telling me a subpoena take that long to get some videotape from Tussies? You telling me the detectives went down there and Tussie stonewalled them? This is how that shit work, bro. You can go down there and you can say, hey, we investigating this. Can we look at your camera footage? They can either allow you to, or they can say, I can't do that without a warrant. You go to a judge, you get a warrant, and you can come right back with the warrant. You come right back with the warrant, bro. That shit don't take no 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days to get that shit done, bro. Straight garbage, man. Straight garbage. So I maintain, bro. That's my breakdown of the whole back and forth or whatever. I'm gonna say this, and I believe this shit wholeheartedly, right? If Gervonta Davis did this shit, I don't even give a fuck if it's about being on camera or not, bro. If he did this shit and he's proven to have done this shit, and they convict him, he deserves everything that come with it. Everything that come with it. We don't condone this shit over here in no way, shape, or form. But what I will not ever do on this channel, I don't give a fuck if it's Tank, a fighter that I'm a fan of. I don't care if it's Devin Haney, a fighter that I'm not a fan of. I don't care if it's Terrence Crawford, a fighter that I'm not a fan of. my response is going to always be the same for all of these fighters. Show me the evidence. Let it play out. Let all the facts come to play, and then I'll react accordingly. And when I react to it, when all the facts aren't there, I'm going to always caveat it to not say anyone's guilty or anyone's innocent, and I'm just going to go based off the facts that I saw and that everybody knows. And I keep hearing people like this young lady's lawyer. I keep hearing, I heard Jake Paul. I keep hearing there's a video. Cool, bro. Cool. Show us. And let's get his ass off the street. Cool. Charge his ass. That is open and shut. I'm no fucking lawyer, but if somebody's accused of a crime and you catch them on video, that's like the best smoking gun in the history of the world. When it comes to detecting shit, when it comes to lawyering shit, when you catch somebody red-handed on video, case closed, nigga, it's over with. What's taking so long? Miami Police Department? Unless there's something else afoot. But y'all let me know what y'all think. Comment below, smash that like button. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.